Mike Braun, Republican from the state of Indiana. Always has a smile on his face, this senator, and I know why. They don't like wealth. They don't like free speech, do they? They just can't handle it.
You know, it begs the question, well, what about Meta? What about Zuckerberg? What about all the other, media sites? They're all owned by billionaires. They just don't like it when somebody wants to open it up. That percentage of 92% of the tweets are by 10% of the users, and of the users, it looked like 70% were Democrats. So I could see why Markey and Schumer and Warren were concerned. It needs to be opened up. It needs to be disrupted. When you can only say you're for something if it agrees with your point of view, that's not free speech.
Do you think we can open it up and get lots more debate and opinion before the November elections? Because I think that's crucial.
I think so. And I can see, again, why the Democrats, I didn't realize 70% of the users, according to that poll, would have been Dems. It needs to be broader. It needs to be across the country, equal opportunity to speak your piece.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, don't pay attention to it. But don't try to muffle it. I'm really glad you got a disruptor like Elon Musk coming in and saying, hey, we're going to democratize it. The other side is always for that generally.
Yeah. This is the United States of America, lest we forget. Now, next one for you, sir. Dr. Fauci says we're out of the pandemic phase of COVID. So why do we need any more COVID spending as they propose?
You don't need it. And of course, Fauci also said now the only way we get through it is through personal responsibility. I was watching him about 2-3 weeks ago on a Sunday show about drop the paper. That's how far he's come from lockdowns, mask mandates, and so forth. We don't need to spend any more money. Stu, the thing is endemic. I think everyone knows you're going to have to kind of get used to it, ebbing and flowing. And if you do anything, money is sloshing all around the place here. Find it in some of the other stuff you've already borrowed. Don't do any new spending. That's Democrats, redo as well. That's the only thing they can do, borrow it and spend it. We don't need it on COVID.
Well, on that note, Democrat Joe Manchin says there will be no revival of Biden's Build Back Better. Senator, if he doesn't go for it, is Build Back Better really dead for good?
I think it's dead in the sense of how much money they wanted to do at once. But if you read between the lines, he said he's not for like child tax credits, daycare, that kind of stuff. But when he talks about energy, and he also mentioned climate, I'm afraid that they'll try to work some of that stuff in and do it in smaller amounts. All along, he said he's open to something practical and less money. Again, will he offset it? Will he find it elsewhere? For those reasons, I think it's probably mostly dead. I think it'd be hard to get 60 people in this body I'm a part of to agree on something like that.
Senator Mike Braun, Indiana, great stuff. Thank you, Senator. Come and see us in New York one day, okay? It's not so bad up here. Thanks, Senator.
Especially since I hear you now have a singing voice. I heard you singing that Beatles song earlier today.
Oh, you heard that? I'm very sorry I exposed you to that, sir. I really am. Thanks, Senator. See you soon.
See ya.